Today's podcast is brought to you by none other than South Main Iron. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this podcast. I cannot tell you how much I love the guys over at South Main Iron. They are an awesome crew, an awesome team. They have so many events. They do a bunch of charity stuff. Once a month they have something called South Main Saturday, where you can come out and you can get some food and you can just hang out and look at some awesome motorcycles. They have an awesome atmosphere. Go check them out. They're downtown Paris, Texas, kind of like right across the street from Swaim's Hardware. You cannot miss them. There's motorcycles, there's people, there's always people there. Thank you, South Main Iron, for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get started. Welcome to another Paris, Texas, a podcast. This is a podcast where you get to listen to people's stories, people that have either influenced or lived in the city of Paris, Texas. I love hearing their stories, and I can't wait for you to hear the next guest. All right, guys, this guest is a cool guest. It's one of those that, again, I love having because he's someone I don't know his story at all. So, Bert, LeBlanc?
Yes, LeBlanc, the third.
The third, wow.
Yeah, there's three of us, man.
Wow. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate the time today. I'm looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do this since you started your podcast, so
awesome.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Where do you hail from? Where are you from?
Great question. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, 1982.
Now that you say that,
decades
you have
ago.
some like Louisiana to you.
Yeah, it sounds like that. And a lot of people say, "You're from Brooklyn?" I'm like, "No, I'm from New Orleans." You'll see a lot of people that talk like me.
Right.
So go down there.
And we have Heather Hayes. Isn't she from like Brooklyn or somewhere up that way?
I think so. I think she
y'all
is.
talk different to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, definitely. Now that I'm listening to it.
Yeah, you can hear the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how long were you there?
I was there all the way through high school. I was about 18. I went to college in Northwestern State, which is Natchitoches, Louisiana. And from there...
Hold on. Whoa. Too fast.
I'm too fast.
Okay, high school.
Yes.
What was your thing? Like, what did you do?
Sports. I was a jock. I was in the middle of everything, but I was a big ham, too, so I like to do everything, obviously. I played football, 2-year starter at a 5A school.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was...
awesome.
It was great times, man.
And did you do anything else other than football?
Yeah, I actually played track, not because I wanted to. It was kind of coach was like, listen, you're going to stay in shape.
A lot of football coaches do that.
So I threw shot put. And,
I was that's what you did. You seem like that kind of guy.
Any kind of hammer throw or something that's like gladiator, I was all into. When I was a younger man.
Into it. So you said you were a ham. So were you kind of class clown as well?
Yeah. Oh yeah. At the time, I went to college. I mean, high school actually. It was 1997 was my freshman year. That being said, it was right around the time where Chris Farley came out.
Yeah, so I was going there. I was going there.
I know it. I feel like we're flowing now, man. And when he came out, I loved this movie.
Because you resemble him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Lost a little bit of weight, but the poundage was there then. And he was just a great guy. Like it was like the John Belushi, the ones that come out that once in a lifetime kind of guys. And when he did, it was just exploded my funniness, comedic side, with a serious side that he had too. You know, I think it's a lot with comedians because there's a depression there, especially with him. But as far as when he came out, it was just great. I mean, it worked for me. Everybody loved it, and I did all of it, man.
Did they nickname you?
No, they didn't. They wanted me to always do like the fat guy little coat skits, different stuff like that, And I did. I loved it because I mean, obviously, I love attention. That's number one. So, but it was just cool, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people have seen you, but you resemble him enough that you could be his stunt double.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad that you said that because one day, I'm a huge, Instagram, Facebook, and like you were saying, social media we were talking about earlier. I sent a direct message to Danny McBride. I don't know if you know, director or whatnot. And I said, hey, I think it's time. And I didn't want to send him a message like I'm a fan. I wanted to be something that stood out.
Yeah.
So I sent him a direct message and I said, hey, listen, I think it's time that we do an autobiography of Chris Farley. morally. And I think that I should do it. And let me tell you something. You're the first director I'm reaching out to. I already have 5 lined up. I mean, I figured, hey, maybe we'll get attention.
Yeah.
This was about 2 months ago. No response.
No response.
I thought maybe his, press, somebody that looks at his account would laugh at least. But
so if we have any directors that are listening to this podcast.
If any directors, we're ready to roll.
That's awesome. Do you think you could do that?
I think so. I think I'd have to gain about 100 pounds. He was a bigger boy than me right now.
But for a role like that.
Yeah, I mean, I probably can do it.
Yeah.
A steady diet of all the food around here, which is great too. So.
All right, so football through high school. You went to college. Where was it? Tell me again where you went to college.
Yes, sir. Northwestern State, Natchitoches, Louisiana. It's about an hour south of Shreveport.
Okay. Did you go on a scholarship?
No scholarship.
Did you play?
No, I was asked to walk on, but I was a little too short for the position I played in high school, so I didn't want to be a Rudy at a 1AA college. So
it's not as impactful.
No, not as impactful. No. If it had been Notre Dame, sure. Yeah. I'd have done that and made another movie like Rudy 2.
There you go. Chris Farley meets Rudy 2.
It'd been perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so what did you go to school for?
I went to school for business. I graduated 2004 with business administration and a minor in finance.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Been
so
great.
What was the plan?
The plan was always to get back into, my family has a couple different businesses, real estate, insurance, things like that. And the plan was to go to college, get back into that world, and then, keep going that flow back there. But some things definitely changed. I met the love of my life in Natchitoches.
That will change.
Yep, my wife, Melissa, who is actually here from Paris, Texas.
So, she is?
Yeah.
So that's the connection.
That's the connection.
All right.
I always ask, like, what are you doing here? It's like, my wife, So, but it's been great.
That's how my wife got here.
Yeah.
She met me and I brought her back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody comes back.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to at first, but she convinced me, and then I can't tell you how glad I am that I did. But, all right, so how did y'all meet?
We met in college. She was a freshman in 01, and I was there already a whole year. So we actually were at just a party, and I just saw her and just thunderbolt. That was it. Yep. And I was like, girls in Texas are pretty. It's like, hashtag quote.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that should be a T-shirt.
That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
See, we got great ideas.
Yeah,
we
could start another business.
We should. We could.
So how long? So did y'all start dating right away?
Yes, we did. I'd say about 6 months to a year after she got there, we started dating then.
Okay. How long were y'all dating before you came to Paris for the first time?
Oh gosh, I think it's probably only about a year after. So I think it was like 2003. I finally made the trek over here, about 3.5 hours.
I love this question, but a lot of times people don't remember. But what was your first impression of Paris? The first time you came? When
I first came, I thought quaint. When I went downtown, I'm always used to bigger cities, more things, hustle and bustle, and I thought it was quiet. Very, very quiet.
What was the time frame for this?
I think it was 2003, and I think it was around spring when I came in town. And not a lot going on downtown, but the square was always nice. The smaller towns, they always have like a square. And I guess back in the day, that's where the meeting places were for a lot of these communities.
Small town America thing.
Yeah. Farmers market, different things like that. And your bigger cities, you expand out to the burbs and different things like that. So
they often have some of the similar. They have like a farmers market, but it's usually down an alley or down, some more industrial area of town.
Exactly.
But awesome. All right, so how long were y'all dating before you got married?
We were dating almost 5.5 years, and then we got married. Yeah, and then we've been married 12 years now. So
I was quick. I was older. I was like 26, I think.
Yeah.
And I was done dating and playing games and.
Yep.
So we dated for like 4.5 months, and then we're engaged for 4.5 months, and then we were married.
Yeah, that was it. Boom.
That was done.
Yeah.
Awesome. So 5 years.
Yep.
And then y'all got married. So y'all went through college and completed college.
Yeah, I went through college. She had 1 more year left, and that year that she was still in college, I went to Dallas.
Okay.
I moved to Dallas directly from there.
Did y'all do the long distance thing for a bit?
Yeah, we did for a bit, man. It was a little tough, but it worked out great.
Awesome.
So I was actually in Dallas for that 1 year, just kind of wanted to do it on my own. Like I was saying, going back to the other business my parents and all them had, I what do you say, like trendsetter, I guess. I wanted to do it on my own. Not always the smartest way, not the smartest thing because it's already established, but I did it, and I enjoyed myself.
So what did you do?
When I first got to Dallas, I was in insurance sales.
Okay.
So I was doing that for, almost, it was about 10 years till we moved back here. So, and then we came back here and just kind of went off and did everything else,
Awesome. So she finished school up and then moved to Dallas with you.
Yeah.
And then y'all got married in Dallas.
Yeah, we actually got married here in Paris. Yeah,
awesome.
It was at the Methodist Church downtown.
Okay.
And Heritage Hall was the place where we had a reception. So yeah.
Very popular place to.
Very popular place now. It's got great music. It's nice. Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. So you got married here. You're living in Dallas. What was she doing while you were doing insurance sales?
Yeah,
right?
she was working at UT Southwestern downtown. So she was at a dental clinic working there. So it was it's a great trek, but we lived in the Frisco area, so it was about an hour drive on a tollway for her. So
now, is this before Frisco area was booming as it is now?
Yes, when we first moved there, it was 2 lanes.
2 lanes.
It wasn't
I
even. I know. Remember, it was the 121 wasn't even a toll yet.
No.
Now it's like it exploded.
It's like farm road.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't ask for a better time to be there.
Yeah.
Because it exploded now.
So did y'all live there through the explosion?
Oh yeah, the whole time. Yeah, we were there the whole time.
Construction upon construction upon
still upon construction.
That's awesome. All right, so what made y'all? So did y'all move from Dallas to here?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We moved from Frisco to here 2 years ago. I think it was 17.
Okay.
So we moved back here, and
what spurred that on?
really just want to be closer to family.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, and happy wife, happy life.
Oh yeah.
That's how I've lived it that way, and so far so good.
Yeah.
So
don't change anything.
no, don't change it. No, if it's not broke, don't change it.
Yeah. All right. So she moved here. Did she? Did she have a job?
Yeah. She still went to the dental clinic, and now she's actually working for the human resources for the Lamar County.
Awesome.
So yeah, she's
amazing.
always she's really into the helping welfare of other people.
That's
she's
great.
big into that.
Great personality trait.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, so what did you line up when you got here?
When I first got here, I was still trying to bounce around here and there, and then that's when I started going to Paris Chevrolet.
Okay.
That's when I found just a great group of people and just selling cars. It was kind of my niche, man. I love it. Yeah. I'm okay. It matters who you talk to sometimes, but me, I think I'm great.
You think
so
you're great?
you got to. You're in sales. You got to have confidence.
You got to. So you've been there for about 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years now.
Yep. There's some great people over there.
Yeah, there is.
I've done a few jobs for them. They're good people.
Yeah, they are. It's a great family-run business.
Yep.
Mr. Jeff Jones is a great guy. He really has put everything together and put the right people in place to be successful there.
Awesome.
So the store's been there 50 years in the same location, and we're rolling, man. That's good.
Awesome. Great. What's one of your favorite places to go to in Paris? It can be anything.
Oh man, I love Paris Bakery.
Bakery.
Yeah, the new location I think is great.
I love that place.
Food's great. Food's awesome.
We haven't done it in a couple weeks because we've been so busy, but one of our favorite things to do is on Saturday mornings, we get up, we take the kids to Paris Bakery, we get a cinnamon roll, some other goodies that they have there, and then we go over to the farmer's market, especially now that they're so close to the farmer's market.
Yeah, I know.
Not that they were that much further, but like it's literally like we park in the middle, we walk to one, then we walk to the other. And then we walk up after the farmer's market. We walk up to the library and we spend a little time. My kids love the library.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So that's one of our when the stars align. That's one of our Saturday morning traditions.
Yep.
But no, that's awesome. What's your favorite thing from Paris Bakery?
I love the lunch, the deli. It really reminds me a lot of the delis in the bigger cities. It really does. You have that feel like a New Orleans or Boston area deli. I mean, it's cool. I like that. It's something different. I'm always a big fan of different things, trying new things.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
It is different, and sometimes it has like almost a French vibe to it.
Yeah, which is good for me. Being LeBlanc, so that's always good for me too.
What? So is it French? Is that what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, awesome. We do the genealogy, and my Aunt Susan actually got it all together. We date back to the 1300s, directly from Paris.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
It's a very unique name.
Yeah.
Do people mess it up often?
Yeah. Oh yeah. LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc. LeBlancs, something. Yeah, LeBlancs with LeBlancs. It's like, oh yeah, it's all over the place. I'm like, just call me Bert. And it's Bert.
So Broadway's really hard to mess up.
Yeah, it is.
So they always, if they say Broadway, they say it right. But I often get Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then, for the time I was in Colorado, there's a really famous hotel there called the Broadmoor.
Oh yeah.
So I got the Broadmoor all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But yeah, LeBlanc.
Yeah,
is
LeBlanc.
Definitely
it's
an easy one to mess up.
It's very unique here, but in Louisiana, all that area, I-10 corridor, Lafayette, New Orleans, Lake Charles,
Is it popular?
It's like Smith.
It's like Smith.
Yeah. There's a million of them.
There's a million of them.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And everybody asks, like, do you know this guy? He's from Shreveport, Mahmoud. These different little towns in Louisiana. I'm like, I'm sure we're related somewhere down the line, but it's like Smith down there. It's just the culture, you know.
What was your? I'm sorry, this is away from Paris, but what was your favorite place to go back home?
Oh gosh, there's so many to name. Honestly,
that's what most people say about Paris.
Yeah, I know. It's like the food and everything, and the Mardi Gras, everything in New Orleans is just a different world. I'm a huge fan of Commander's Palace. It's a beautiful restaurant uptown. Delicious food. It's just it's a classy kind of establishment. Awesome. Also, Emerald Lagasse's got a place down there. He lives down there, so
awesome.
Oh, it's great. It really is.
Do you get back there very often?
Yeah, we do. My whole family's still down there.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody's still down there. Oh yeah, every other holiday we switch down. Birthdays, nephew, nieces, of course.
Awesome.
We go down there and eat a ton of seafood. You know.
Awesome.
Yep.
Kids?
No,
sir.
Not
kids yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's kind of the plan for the Paris move. Obviously. Yep.
That's why we moved to Paris a
Yeah.
little bit, was because we want to have kids and we want to be close to family.
Yeah.
Same reason.
Same situation.
Awesome.
You know.
Awesome. Well, that's exciting. I'm out of questions.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You make the flow happen. Yeah, I mean, for me, I like the community here.
Yeah.
And I think that the main thing with this town is, you hear everybody say it's a smaller town, different like that, but if you plug into this town, there's something to do every single weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day.
And if there's not, instead of complaining about there not being something to do, why don't you get involved and help
Exactly.
us have something to do?
Exactly. Make a club. Make something happen.
Make a club. Make an event.
Yep.
There are a plethora of places that you can get involved in. You got the Chamber. You've got the
Yes.
The Downtown Association,
Rotary, Kiwanis.
And
that's
the City of Paris has Main Street boards.
Yeah.
And all of those have events.
Exactly.
Monthly.
Yeah.
And all of those are looking for ways to have more events.
Exactly.
And I get really frustrated, and I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but I get really frustrated with people that I see online that really bash our city, but aren't involved.
Yeah, I do too.
And I'm not saying it's necessarily okay for someone who is involved to bash their city.
Yep.
All I'm saying is, like, if you're not helping it, then don't make it worse.
You know, really, a lot of I'm really big into motivational books, readings, everything like that.
Love it.
Your attitude is your altitude.
Yes.
You want to make something happen, go out there and make it happen. I'm an extremely positive person, and I feel the sky's the limit. There's no one that can hold you down except for yourself.
It'll be what you make it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In this place, you can make an abundance. You can do whatever you want.
There's so many great things coming up for Paris.
Yes.
The whole downtown renovation. There's a lot of just really cool things. I'm on the Grand Theater renovation board. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can get involved in. And I'm glad that you are, because I see you at a lot of chamber things.
I see you. I was about to say, you see you so much, I think you got to put me on a podcast.
Right,
man.
yeah, that's kind of how this happened.
It is. And that's the same thing that you do. You know, no matter what you're in, you're selling yourself.
Right.
And you have to get out there, and you have to not be afraid. Because guess what? If you do it once and you get over it, the next time will be easier and easier and easier.
That's how I basically built my business.
Yeah.
Is selling myself. My whole I Am Broadway is built around. It is built around my image, but it's also built around what my product of what I make, and I'd like to think my positivity and how I try to do the best I can. I work really hard at what I do, and I try to be involved as much as I can in many places as I can, which you can't. And I love places like the Rotary and Kiwanis, but I've poured a lot into downtown and the chamber, and I feel like most people need to kind of pick. They can be on multiples.
Sure.
All for it, but I think if you're going to really pour into one, pick one and really pour into it.
I agree with you that too. Focus on it and make it the best that you can.
And be involved with some of those others, but maybe not be as poured into it. And then help those others find people that like you to be poured into them.
Exactly.
So if there's someone that's looking for a place, help them find the Rotary and get them involved in Rotary and stuff like that.
And what you do too is it's every market has a niche, you like to call it. And when I see you, I see your everything about you with the mustache and everything. It's Broadway.
Yep.
And it's like that's
tiny car,
beard, tiny
mustache.
car, beard, mustache, $1 million worth of audio equipment and everything. But yeah, I mean that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to stand out.
Yeah.
And you stand out, I stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
You do stand out. You kind of take charge of a room.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll have a business after hours, and if someone asks where Bert is, it will take literally 1 second to find you.
If I have my hat off too, you can see me a little shiny with the head.
You're either laughing or you're having a good old time over in the corner. Or, you're definitely, you have presence.
Exactly. I appreciate that. Yeah. And that's really what it's about, And this is, like you said, just make it happen.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, anybody listening, if you are looking for a new car,
yes,
I got a guy for you.
Absolutely. Paris Chevy Buick GMC. We love to help everybody out for your service needs and, of course, sales. Just make sure you ask for Bert LeBlanc, the third.
The third.
The third.
And if you forget his name, just look for the guy that looks like Chris
Farley.
Or just go in and ask for the guy that looks like Chris Farley, and they will point you in the right direction.
I will take that. And you're absolutely right. We sure will.
So thank you so much for being on this podcast.
Broadway is my pleasure, man. I really appreciate it. It's a great time. Thank you.
I loved hearing your story, man.
Yeah.
It was a great story.
Yeah, it's going to get better. That's what we're going to do.
Let's do it. Hey, in a couple years, maybe we'll do a follow-up.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll have a couple of kids in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about...
Maybe the fourth, huh?
Maybe the fourth, yeah.
All right, guys. As always, we put out a new podcast every Monday, so look out for the next one next Monday. If you are interested in sponsoring this podcast, you are more than welcome to reach out to me through Facebook or through email, broadway@iambroadway.me, and talk to me about sponsoring this podcast. That would be so awesome. I love my sponsors. Also, I want to give one more big shout out to South Main Iron. Love those guys. They sponsored this podcast. So amazing. Go check them out. They're downtown across from Swims Hardware, close to the farmer's market. If you're going down and you pass Paris Bakery, you'll see them on the left right after that. Go check them out. Thank you, South Main Iron. See you guys next week.